Hi all. Today, let's look at which are some of the in-demand careers for science students, considering especially in the science space or in the technology space, there are a lot of changes going on and things are getting digitalized and there are plenty of changes going on. Let's look at which are some of the in-demand streams or in-demand courses and in-demand professions for science students. So let's begin by understanding which are some of the in-demand careers for science students. So before we begin, I just want you all to think about certain questions that will pop up on the screen. Do you all remember what life was like when smartphones did not exist? Say for about like 15 years back or 10 years back when we used to use a normal phone. What was life like back then? We did not have access to social media. We did not have access to smartphones. What was life like at that point in time? And how about Ola and Uber cab services? We did not have Ola, Uber, any taxis. How would we, if in case we wanted to book a taxis, or if we wanted to book any auto or a taxi for ourselves to go anywhere from one point to another point, how would we reach our destination? And also, how about ordering food online? So back when 5 years back or 3-4 years back, when Swiggy, Zomato did not exist, how would you order food? We would just call upon the restaurant or hotel that's close by. If in case they have a home delivery service, that's when we could get our food home delivered. But right now it's just so quick and so convenient. We have food delivered in like 20 to 30 minutes of time, and we do not have to go to any restaurant or hotel. And if we just think and rewind back 4 or 5 years of our life, we could realize that a lot of things have changed. Science and technology has brought in remarkable changes and has made our lives much more convenient and easy. And science and technology keeps growing, and it also keeps making our lives much more simpler and faster. So are you someone who wants to get into this field, and are you someone who wants to make life much more convenient and simpler for others around you? So if you are a science student, or if you are from the engineering field or any other field that is in the field of science, physics, chemistry, anything, and you are aspiring to get into any of these careers in your future, this video is for you. So just stay tuned for the next 10 to 15 minutes and learn about which are some of the in-demand careers for science students or for students who have chosen science stream in their 11th and 12th grade. So let's just begin by understanding a few other things before we get into each of the careers. So what are the first things that come to your mind when you think about science careers? What is it that comes to your mind? Is it technology, digitization, smartphones, internet, automation, machine learning? What comes to your mind first when you think of science careers? Usually the first words that come to our mind is engineering, medicine, or architecture, and so on, because these are some of the commonly known careers, and this has been quite popular for the last 2 decades or more than that. And we have been hearing a lot about all of these careers. So this is one of the reasons why these careers have been very popular. And when we think of the word science, this is something that pops up in our mind. But are you someone who's updated with the career trends? Are you someone who's aware of the in-demand careers? There are plenty of changes in the science field, and every now and then there are new age careers that's coming up. So to stay focused and to stay updated, this video is for you. Just listen and get to know or learn more about the different career options that you have as science students. So the first career that I will be talking about is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So in the computer run world of today, you are bound to have heard these two words, artificial intelligence, machine learning. And these words are just flying around in the air. Any other person that you interact with talks about AI, they talk about machine learning. So have you also heard about AI and machine learning? If in case you have heard about it, drop in the comments below and let us know what is it that you know about artificial intelligence and machine learning. But today, let's understand about what they are exactly. What is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning? Artificial intelligence is nothing but it is a field of computer science that deals with the creation of smart machines and systems that have the ability to think and process information like humans do. It is just going to be like a replica of human intelligence. So artificial intelligence is one of the fields of computer science where they are creating smarter machines and systems which can think and process information just like how we do. They are going to be much smarter machines. For example, I am very sure that all of you have phones. So on your phones we all have either Google, we have Siri, Alexa, any of these voice recognition systems, right? So, have you used it and do you understand how smart they are? You just talk to them, or you just tell them that this is a certain task that you would like to do, or this is something that you want them to remind you about, and they'll quickly make note of it and it's done in no time. This is the use of power of machine learning to understand human language and to respond to it in an intelligent manner. And you could also consider Facebook, for example. Suppose you upload a picture with your friends group, 4, 5 groups of friends, and you have still not tagged any of your friends. And Facebook is very smart enough to, if your friends are part of your friends list, Facebook automatically recognizes familiar faces from your contacts. So as soon as you upload a picture, you have some suggestions saying, this could be your friend. Do you want to tag your friend? Is this so and so? So it recognizes these faces from your contact list using its own algorithms, and automatically it makes these suggestions to you. So can you now see the connection between how artificial intelligence works? And from your Google search to Netflix to Uber, any application that you're using on a day-to-day basis, all of these applications uses or utilizes artificial intelligence and machine learning to make it much faster, much more effective, and much more personal for each of us. All of these apps are personalized based on the way we use it and based on how much time we spend on this app. And if you even look at Instagram, Facebook, or any other application that you use, if you have come across advertisements or ads on your page, suppose you are interested in some product, you could see that in the next few days or coming weeks, such products or similar products keep popping up on your page as well. So, in the Gartner report, artificial intelligence was predicted to create more than 2.3 million job opportunities by 2020, and it has. So, thus, the field of artificial intelligence is fastest emerging in the entire domain of science and technology. So, if you are a student who's watching this video, and if in case you want to pursue artificial intelligence and machine learning for your further studies, then you could follow this course of study. After your 11th and 12th in science, you could either take up a BTech degree in computer science and followed by a master's of science in machine learning, or computer science or mathematics is required. Especially students who have studied mathematics and statistics in their 11th and 12th, or even in their graduation, are given much more preference in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning, because this involves creating a lot of algorithms and creating a lot of different coding as well. So you could consider this course of study if in case you want to get into the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. The next most in-demand career opportunity in the field of science is big data, data analytics, and data science. Today, data is one more word that's widely popular, and data is very popular. It exists in every form. The purchases that you make at an online store, or the type of accounts that you follow on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the words that you search on Google, all of these are data. And all of this data is collected. Organizations these days value data because it helps them in understanding various patterns and various trends, and it helps them in making business decisions according to what people like and what, according to what is the pattern or trends that is being followed by people. So they try to draw inferences from the data that they have gathered. For example, let's again take an example of an Instagram ad. So online shopping stores usually process data from thousands of customers to make better product recommendations. So for example, if you looked at any particular shampoo, or if you looked at any particular shoe in the past 2 3 days, if you just go on searching, you can find similar advertisements on your Instagram, even on your Google search, or if in case you've searched it on Google, it usually pops up on your Instagram advertisements as well. So that's how organizations and companies make use of your data. And data scientists, big data engineers, data analysts, data managers are all required to make sense of this data, and they find patterns to understand what people are buying, what are they really interested in, and they enable the decision making process of the organization as well. So if you're someone who wants to get into any of these professions, then you could consider having a degree in the field of computer science. It could either be a BTech, BSc, or a BCA degree. And this will allow you to develop skills in programming languages like Python, Java, Perl, etc. And you could also stay updated by learning few more programming languages as well. Along with this, you could also like take up a certification program in business analytics and intelligence, or you could also do a certification program in data analytics and data science. So this is again one of the in-demand careers for science students, and you could probably consider this option as well. And my next option for you all is ethical hacking and cybersecurity. In 2017, if you all remember this incident, the food and restaurants app Zomato, most of you are familiar with Zomato. Zomato faced a major hacking attack where data of 17 million users was stolen. Okay. And in 2016, the password and personal data of close to like 68 million Dropbox users. So Dropbox is again one of the cloud storage facilities where you could store your documents, photos, and so on. So 68 million Dropbox users were found to be circulating on the internet as well. So with businesses, organizations, and companies going completely digital, and considering everybody is working from home and everything is digital and virtual these days, they are more vulnerable than ever before to cybersecurity threats. Most of the businesses, products, any application that we use are very, very vulnerable to cybersecurity threats now. Hence, ethical hacking, no doubt, is one of the most demanding professions of today's world. So, ethical hacker is a person or an individual who's also a computer and a network expert. He or she attempts to penetrate into a company's security system in order to identify if there are any weaknesses or if there are any weak points in the entire system. And they also play a very crucial role in helping companies improve their internet security as well. So they are the people, or they are the experts who dig deep into the entire system and how the business works, and they check for threats, and they also ensure that such threats do not happen. They try to avoid it, and they also ensure that certain important steps are taken into consideration, and how to protect data, and how to protect individuals' data, how to protect companies' data. All of this is taken care by ethical hackers as well. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics in US, the cybersecurity sector is likely to grow by 26% in 2026. So considering you're some 11th and 12th grade student who's watching this video, in the next 6 to 7 years, when you are getting into the field of engineering, or when you're getting into the field of science or ethical hacking, cybersecurity, you can do wonders in this field, and you could also consider this as one of your option for your future career prospect. And in India, too, organizations, both big and small, are under the threat of cyber attacks. So, thus, most of the companies and organizations employ, or they hire ethical hackers to safeguard their information. So if in case you are someone who wants to get into this particular field, you should have a background in computers. A background in computers is recommended. Along with that, or once you finish your bachelor's degree in computers, it can either be a BE, BTech, or a BCA degree. Once you finish that, you could take up certification courses in certified ethical hacking, that is CEH, and you could also take up certification courses in computer hacking and forensic investigation, or even certified security analyst. These are some of the certification programs that you could also take up. Apart from that, one another in-demand career, if you are a student from the science background or if you are a student from the science stream, is sports medicine. As we all know, in our country, especially in India, most of us like to watch various different sports activities and sports events, and we follow various different sports teams, from football to cricket to hockey to various other games. And we have a lot of sports fan, and most of them enjoy sports. And in India, sports has always been like a religion, with people forgetting to eat, drink, or sleep whenever there is a sports event or whenever their favorite sport is being telecasted or broadcasted. Playing games is not only one of the only way to enter into the sports field. One of the other way to enter into sports field is through sports medicine. So if you are a biology student, or if you are a science student or a student from the science background, you could consider sports medicine as one of your future career prospect as well. This is again one of the emerging field and widely popular field, sports medicine. So, professionals in the field of sports medicine are usually trained to help athletes or to help sports persons improve their sports performance, to prevent injuries while playing, and to manage their training and nutrition. These are the people who usually specialize in sports medicine, and they do not work just with athletes. They also work with various different adults and individuals, sometimes even teenagers, who exercise and who are physically active in various other ways, you by exercises, yoga, sports, or any other activities. So, sports medicine professionals include not just doctors, but there are various other professionals also who fall under this field. They could also be sports psychologists, sports nutritionists, physical therapists, exercise physiologists, and athletic trainers. All of these people fall under sports medicine category. And the scope of sports medicine is huge these days, and it is only going to increase in the future with the rise of sports culture in India, with the number of people following sports and sporting events in India. There is a lot of scope for this particular field as well. So the course of study, if in case you're interested to get into sports medicine, is in order to become a doctor specializing in sports medicine, you will have to pursue MBBS, which is followed by MD in sports medicine. This is something you could consider. But for other professionals like sports psychologists, for if in case you want to become a sports psychologist, you could do a bachelor's degree in psychology, like a BA, BSc in psychology in your undergraduate level. And in your post-graduation level, you can look at MSc in sports medicine or MA in sports psychology as well. This is again going to be a very popular and in-demand career. So that's about some of the in-demand careers for science students or for students from the science stream. If you have liked this video, mention it in the comments below as well. I hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you.